For our Q&A session, we'd like to call back Mr. and Mrs. Renucci to join Calvin and Chaz as well to come up on stage.
Hi, I'm Chaz. I'm back with some questions about our last session. Our last session was delicious. It was also very Filipino, rice, Jollibee, and I think to paraphrase Calvin, dealing with I don't know. So overall, something that Dondi talked about that really reiterated perfectly Rachel and Patrick's talk was that scalability was in profit was essential to venture into change. So we can never forget that figuring out that model can really uplift complete industries and communities in a positive way. And then also in a sense of family 4.0, I guess, you really talked about there was a lot of opportunities where your family just felt like a really cool, creative community, and you all had this interwoven ability to uplift each other. So what I'd like to ask is when these industries are uplifted and when you're able to make things scalable and profitable, what is gained and what is there to look forward to in the future?
Well, I think my wife will answer to this question because my English sometimes is a little bit limited. But yes, but we understand about sustainability, food, traceability, family. It's all related. As parents, you need to take care of your family and your kids. So one point which is very important is how you are going or what kind of food you are going to give your children. And today you don't know where the food you're eating is coming from. So doing sustainable business or growing the rice the way we are growing it, we have the traceability. We know that we don't use chemical. So the people that are buying our rice, for example, they know that it's good food. And that's very important for families. But maybe my wife will explain more in detail.
Yes, so when you have a fully integrated value chain and you value every stakeholder in that value chain, then it spills over into the community. So when we generate profits for ourselves that depend on the profitability of each stakeholder, then the community benefits.
Yeah, one thing to reiterate too was just the sustainability factor. Also, I was just wondering if you could say anything along the lines of sometimes when you have an idea that you're connecting things, how important is this process of sustainability, and how important do you think it is for the younger generation to think about that?
Yes. Once again, we come from an industry that's highly fragmented. So in the rice industry, nobody talks to each other. The rice producer basically secures palay where he can through traders. There are layers and layers of traders before they get to the farmer. The consumer does not know where the rice he or she is buying comes from. So it's highly fragmented, and we've decided to connect this whole value chain, as Patrick says. So as a mother buying the Lisay rice for your children, you know exactly where the rice comes from, who planted this rice. In our company, we can even give you the address of the farmers that planted the rice. And then we deliver this straight to the consumers. So when we connect all the stakeholders, the farmers, our employees in Chenyag Ventures who work very hard and tirelessly for us, when we connect all of these key stakeholders, our distributors, no, we are the distributor, our retail partners, when we connect with all of them in a way that's through a win-win model, not a zero-sum game where in order for me to be profitable, I need to screw you, excuse my Chinese. Someone needs to lose for me to win. We don't believe in that model because it's not sustainable. In the long run, it will impact on your profits. Meaning if you earn your profits by having other people lose tremendously in the game, at one point, you will stop earning profits. This is a sustainable business model. For profits to be long-term and robust, all other participants of the value chain need to be profitable. Our employees need to be well compensated, our farmers need to earn from our program, and the consumers need to have good rice for which they pay a reasonable price for. When you have this win-win model, then the entire community benefits, the nation prospers, and everyone in that value chain prospers. That's it.
Yeah, amazing. I think that one thing that Calvin said that kind of struck a chord just overall was, I think literally, we talked about the nature of exponential change. And it's interesting because I feel like that really echoes the future of when we think about sustainability and scalability. And then to hear Calvin say, oh, and there's also, you know, we live with this exponential change. Can you just talk a little bit about, kind of reiterate really what that is?
Well, it's, okay, first of all, unlike them, I can't increase scalability. I have 2 kids, I can't have any more, okay? Can't just, one wife, can't have any more either. But you can increase the scale of the ideas and more ideas. I think what helps is technology will help us, and technology is being advanced and progressed and developed at an exponential growth rate. So the phone that you have now, in 18 months, theoretically, 20 months, will be smarter than, doubly smarter than what it is, and it keeps doubling. So you just think, if I ask you now, in 5 years' time, look at your phone, in 5 years' time, what form and shape will it take? You'll be like, I don't know. And that's the point. We grew up in an era where we knew a TV would look like a TV would look like a TV. It might just be thinner or flatter, that's about it. But in 5 years' time, that piece of technology could be embedded in you. If Elon Musk gets his neural link working, then it'll be directly connected and interfaced to you. I don't have to go and bother, I don't have to nag at my children. I just download my nag to them. That's all coming. So that is, once you get your head around that, then you leave that linear incremental change behind, then you can prepare yourself for the future. Now, sometimes you might be further ahead of people, sometimes not, but it's better to be thinking this way than to think the old way and then use the old way to manage this new way. It will always be a disaster.
I mean, I think it's incredible that you remind us too that even in the story of Dalasai, in the last video, you see the introduction of technology. And that was a really amazing component that you brought to the community there. It took the connection of technology and agriculture and working with the community to make those things happen. And you completely advanced exponentially the technology available to the people of Leyte and the Philippines.
Well, I think in 2-3 years' time, or even less, the rice will be global. Right?
Our rice?
Yeah, you can buy anywhere with a post date of who grows it, where it's grown, how it's grown.
Yes. If food is traceable, then we can expand it, make it global.
Correct.
Yes.
And once blockchain comes online, that will be done automatically for you.
Yes, we can trade rice using blockchain.
No, that's amazing. I think that is the future. So thank you so much for your time today. I believe we'll break for lunch after talking about food. So thank you so much for your time today. Thank you.
Thank you very much.
Thank you to our speakers and Chaz. First.